All right, so let's start. It's going to be a very short lecture. Mostly, it's going to be you guys practicing. So, the last thing that we have left from this chapter is basically the expectation of a geometric distribution. So, can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, the only formula you need to have, bolo.
Did I miss anything? Like
No, no,
automate
no,
later.
no. I mean, there you go. Start.
Stuff.
All right. So, we're
Sounds
doing statistics, and this is a geometric distribution. And the last formula you need to understand, you need to remember, is the formula that just like uh, any other distribution, geometric distribution has what we call expectation, or the expected mean or expected number, whatever you call it. So the formula for expected value of x is 1 by the probability of success. For example, if I tell you that in a game of Ludo, for example, you are looking for the value of the expected number of throws you need in order to get your first success, well, we know that the probability of success is 1 out of 6, meaning out of 6 throws, we expect one to have your desired result, right? That's 1 out of 6. But when I ask for the EX value, meaning expected number of tries, expected number of throws we need, or the number of throws you are expecting until you get your results, well, the value is 1 out of 1 by 6 and turns out to be 6. And it does hopefully make some sense to you that if 1 out of 6, if the probability of your first success is 1 out of 6, or probability of your success is 1 out of 6, surely according to this, at least we expect that our first success is gonna be somewhere around the sixth trial. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that your chances of getting your first success is, I mean, there is no chance that you'll get your first success before that. I mean, you can have a successful first throw, you can have a successful second throw, but this is more of an intuitive value which says that out of 6 throws, or you expect your first success to come out on your sixth throw, because the probability literally says 1 out of 6 success. So hopefully that makes sense, and that is all there is to this formula. So, for example, um, yeah, hopefully this will give you an idea that এই যে আসলে এটার ইন্টারপ্রিটেশনটা কি, কনটেক্সটটা কি আসলে, হ্যাঁ, 1 in 4 boxes of Zingo breakfast cereal contains a free toy. Let the random variable x be the number of boxes that a child opens, up to and including the one where they find the toy, right? Find the mode and the expectation of x. Acha, about this mode of x, always remember the geometric distribution mode is always 1. The mode of all geometric distribution is 1. ঠিক আছে? This is just a fact you need to remember, হ্যাঁ? I don't expect যে এরকম টাইপের question আসবে কিছু, but this is what's more important to us, the expected value of x. Well, the formula is ex is 1 out of p. South, if you haven't learned already, ex is what we read as expectation of x or expected mean of x. ঠিক আছে? It's an average value of something given probabilities. Okay, so 1 out of p, that's the formula we learned, and in this case it's 1 out of 1 by 4, and that is 4. So this means that, and the success is 1 out of 4 because 1 out of 4 chance that you will get a toy in any given box. And the interpretation is that a child is most likely to find their first toy in the first box they open, but on average, a child will find their first toy in the fourth box that they open. Now, this means that, well, if we're talking about one child, the probability that you will get the toy on the first throw is 0.25. But what is the probability that you will get it on the second throw? That's 0.75 into 0.25. So as you multiply more numbers, remember multiplication of these numbers less than 1 will make the probability smaller. So the chances of you getting so the probability that you'll get your success on your first throw is 0.25, but the probability that you get it on the second throw is 0.75 failure into success. Now, this is a smaller number than this. The same is true. This is a smaller number than either of this. ঠিক আছে? So that is what they're saying, that look, a child is most likely to find there is the greatest probability is that is on the scenario that you will get your first toy in the first box that you open. But on average, I mean, there will be, if you consider that there are lots of children, the chances are that on average most of the children are going to find the toy in the fourth box they open. That is the expected or average outcome. Okay, so hopefully that makes some sense there. And sometimes you will be given ex value. ঠিক আছে, ex এর একটা ভ্যালু দিয়ে দিবে, তোমার হচ্ছে গিয়ে আগে probability of successটা বের করে you may have to solve some other question uh, linked to the previous exercise. Sometimes তোমাকে হচ্ছে probability দিয়ে দিবে, তারপরে হচ্ছে গিয়ে তোমার p value বের করে অন্য probability question বের করতে হবে। ঠিক আছে, again these are more, this example is more related to the previous exercise. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take a screenshot of this right now. Take a screenshot of this. Okay, and yeah, I mean that's about it. And now for the rest of the 40 minutes or so, I want you to solve all the way from question 1 to question 6. 1 থেকে 6 শেষ করে ফেলবা. I'll just show you the answer page. Exercise 7D was it? So just show you the answer page. Agent, this is the answer page. Take a screenshot of this. Here are the answers. And now get working. ঠিক আছে? See if you can match the answers.
I don't have any idea.
What idea? What idea do you need, Saud? Weren't you there in the previous class where we did geometric
Yeah, but
distribution? ওগুলা করছো?
I did that.
আচ্ছা, এখানে বলো, এখানে তোমার কি লাগবে? এখানে all you need to do is figure out the value
EX,
of ex.
EX is what average.
Yeah, it's the average number of certain things happening. ঠিক আছে? So for example, যে ওই কোয়েশ্চেনে the ex the average number of boxes you need to open until you get your first toy. তারপর one that's 4. ঠিক আছে, that's 1 by 1 by 4. ঠিক আছে, that's the formula we discussed. হ্যাঁ, so ওইটাই, that's all you need to remember for now. And when you go back to previous chapters where we learned probability distribution and binomial distribution, যেগুলো তুমি হচ্ছে গিয়ে শিখো না এখনো, hopefully all of this will make sense. ঠিক আছে, but again এখানে এইটা ছাড়া তেমন কিছু বোঝার নাই. It's not connected to any other chapters তেমন ভাবে. So don't be afraid, just go ahead and do it. Did you take the screenshots?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, go ahead and start, give it a try. You'll realize it's easier than you think. So in this case, oops, just a second. Right. So in this case, the four-sided dice have the scores 1, 3, 5, 7, and ওরা বলতেছে the probability of each is proportional to the score. So this is suppose so probability of scoring a 1 is proportional to 1, meaning this probability is k into 1, এটার probability is k into 3, ওটার probability is k into 5, k being the constant of proportionality, and ওইটা হচ্ছে k into 7. So all of these সবগুলা probability add up করলে 1 হয়. So 1 4 9 16, 16k is equals to 1. This is how we need to figure out the value of the probability. So what does this mean? This means that the value of k has to be 1 by 16. তার মানে 1 3 5 7 হচ্ছে এটার probability. So if these are the possible scores, the probability of each is 1 out of 16, 3 out of 16, 5 out of 16, and 7 out of 16. আলটিমেটলি অ্যাড করে 1 হয়। এইগুলো আগে বের করে নিতে হবে, ঠিক আছে, যে তোমার হচ্ছে গিয়ে প্রবাবিলিটিটা কি। সো সাকসেস হচ্ছে 1 out of 16, ফেলিয়ার হচ্ছে দ্য রেস্ট অফ দেম প্রাইম নাম্বারস আসতেছে, দ্যাটস 15 out of 16। এখন বলতেছে what is the expected number of throws up to and including the first non-prime number, which is 1, 1 এর probability. So that should be 1 by 16, which is equals to 16. Answer টা কি? What is the answer, guys?
16.
Okay. All right. So এইভাবে করতে হবে। South confusion বলো।
I got it.
So প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জটা হচ্ছে বুঝতে হইতো যে নন প্রাইম নাম্বার এখানে একটাই আছে 1, আরেকটা হচ্ছে যে হাউ ডু ইউ ইউজ দ্যাট প্রপোর্শনাল আইডিয়া টু ফিগার আউট দ্য প্রবাবিলিটিস অফ ইচ অফ দ্য স্কোরস। আমার তো প্রবাবিলিটিস একটাও নাই। সো যেহেতু একই situation, all the constants are going to be the same. So when we do proportional problems, what do we do? um, probability probability is proportional to the score, meaning the probability is equals to k into the score. That's the first probability. The next probability is k into the score, that score. The next probability is k into the other score. Add করে সবগুলা আমাকে 1 দিবে, and then ultimately আমি হচ্ছে গিয়ে ভ্যালুটা পাইছি, ঠিক আছে। And then I realized যে since the success, the thing asked in the question is 1 out of 16, is non-prime number, so that is success, 1 out of 16, and the rest of them together is my failure. And according to the ex formula, which is 1 by p, I found the ex value is 16. That is it. ঠিক আছে, বুঝছো সবাই? সাউথ বুঝছো?
If we're done,
Yes,
what do we
I
do?
did.
হ্যাঁ, বলো।
If we're done, what do we do?
হ্যাঁ, if you're done, আজকে ক্লাস শেষ করতেছি। নেক্সট ক্লাস থেকে
Wait,
উইথ
what's mean?
ওই ওই মিন,
4 number.
হ্যাঁ মিন হচ্ছে এক্সপেক্টেড,
4
ইএক্স
number.
ইএক্স একই জিনিস। মিন ইজ ইএক্স, expected mean একই জিনিস when it comes to probability problems, ঠিক আছে সাউথ? expected mean, ex, expectation
Okay,
একই
okay.
জিনিস। তো এগুলা মনে রাখো, ঠিক আছে। আজকে তাহলে শেষ করতেছি, নেক্সট ক্লাস which is on Monday তোমরা P3 কন্টিনিউ করবো তোমাদের জন্য। and সাউথ তুমি
So what about me?
কি?
What about me?
হ্যাঁ, আমি হচ্ছে গিয়ে তোমার জুনিয়র ক্লাসেস গুলাতে মানে এএস এর ব্যাচে এখন মেকানিক্স করতেছি। আই থিঙ্ক আর একটা ক্লাস মেকানিক্স করবো which is tomorrow. সো কালকে মেকানিক্স শেষ করে হোপফুলি টিউসডেতে পিওর ম্যাথস শুরু করতে পারবো আবার। সো তখন ইউ ক্যান জয়েন। সো কিপ অ্যান আই অন দ্য ইনস্টাগ্রাম গ্রুপ। গট ইট?
Instagram.
হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা, ইনস্টাগ্রামে এএস এর গ্রুপটা আর কি। ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ আমাদের
হ্যাঁ,
এএস এ কি ইয়ে আছে না ওই যে ট্রান্সফরমেশন।
ইয়াপ, ট্রান্সফরমেশন, গ্রাফের ট্রান্সফরমেশন।
অলরাইট।
সো ওইটা তো এএস কে করায় ফেলছি। তো ওইটা যদি তোমাদের রিভিশন লাগে পরীক্ষার আগে, আমি রিভিশন দেওয়া দিতে পারবো। এন্ড তোমরা যারা আহ,
ফাংশন তো লাগবে।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, ওটা দিব না, সমস্যা নেই। তোমরা যারা পরীক্ষা দিবা অক্টোবরে, তারা যদি মক দিতে চাও বইলো, আমি মক নিব না, সমস্যা নেই। বাট আই
Okay.
সাজেস্ট
ওকে
আই সাজেস্ট যে তোমরা অন্তত while you are at it, তোমরা P3 ক্লাসেস গুলো করিও। P3 ক্লাসেস গুলো মিস দিও না, হ্যাঁ। I mean, you don't have to study, just attend the lectures, sincerely attend the lectures, যাতে when you guys do go, like after finishing the AS exam, when you do go back to P3 and statistics, you guys remember the stuff we were doing আর কি। So during your exams তোমরা অন্তত লেকচার গুলো অ্যাটেন্ড করো। That's what I ask from you. বলো, anything else?
No.
Alright, ঠিক আছে, take care, আল্লাহ হাফেজ।